19th of April, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Okay, so Okay, so we're gonna go back to this what should we do over here? Okay. Yeah, let's go from yeah, let's we're not gonna go back to it again. That would be the third time we went back to it again, and I see that it's not working anyway. So let's just go further. And we will well, maybe we'll just run through it quickly. Let's run through it quickly. I don't see how we could do it otherwise. We'll start with on the bottom of 106b. We got the din of Ton Tanas Ganav B'Pikadon. Eino Chayev Ad Shichbor B'Mixes V'Yod B'Mixes. Right. We have in the name of Rabbi Yochanan that somebody who is a Ton Tanas Ganav by a case of Pikadon, giving over the item, he will not be obligated to make a shvua unless he's a modem mixus. The claim is 2 basketballs I gave over to you. Where are they? And he says, you gave over to me 1, and that was the only one you gave me, and that's the only one that I have. So he's modem mixus. And on that, the Gemora said, my timer, why is it that there's only an obligation of a shvua and a modem mixus? And the Gemora said, because we have a pasuk. Because the pasuk says, ki who's that? We see from the pasuk that the pasuk is talking about modem mixus, and so that's how we see it. It's based upon the pasuk. And then the Gemora said, that this opinion that we just got through saying disagrees with there's another opinion. Rabbi Bar Yosef that said he said that Erev Parshas Kosev Khan be Kesiv Ki Huzeh Amilvu Liksiv. So he disagrees. This pasuk of Ki Huzeh, he agrees that it's talking about a case of modem mixus, and in that case it'd be Chayav Shvua. But he says it's not talking about the case of Pikadon. It's not telling me in the din of Pikadon that in order to make a shvua you have to be modem mixus. He says it's talking about milva. It's talking about a case of a loan. So that's the machlokes. The machlokes is, when do we say that the chiyuv shvua needs a modem mixus time? According to Chiyuv Abba named Rabbi Yochanan, we say it in the case of Pikadon, and according to Chiyuv Bar Yosef, he says no. It's in the case of milva. Okay, fine. And on that, the Gemara asks, "My shna milva." Now, did we do the Rashis? Did we do this? We did the Rashis on 106b. Did we do a Rashi on 106a, Erev Parshios?
No, we didn't do any Rashis. We didn't do any Rashis on that whole. That's a long answer that Erev Parshios. It goes on and on. We're going to start the Erev Parshas or wait till that?
You want to just maybe see the Gemora before we do the Rashi? See the Gemora in this section? Okay. Yeah, this Erev Parshas is a little bit, you have to take out the Chumash and take a look at the Psukim. We'll leave that for a second and just see what the so the Gemara asked the question over here. My Shna Milva. Oh, there's a Rashi on this one though. Maybe we can understand. Maybe Rashi will explain this over here. What is the Gemara's question over here exactly? Why is Milva different?
So
Let's take a look at Rashi.
You start with the Erev Parshas or not? That it's a mixture of Parshas?
Okay, you want to read it now? We'll read it now.
Yeah, we'll read it now. Okay, we're at the top of 107A. Erev Parsha, Erev Parsha, this is a mixture of Parshas. A Pasek, Shehu Mifareshet, Acheret, a Pasek that is explained differently, Nit Arev, that is mixed with the Zoh with this, She'enu Makomo, that it's not in its place. The high Ki Hu Zeh, that's the thing we had before about this phrase, Ki Havi Zeh, this is it, this is the part. Ba'im, the im, that if it is kesef, im kesef talvei, that's a pasuk there. If money you shall loan to someone, have it is lemiktiv, it's to written the hasam that there kai it's going on the ilu bahach that was in this. They purchased the picadon, purchased about a making a deposit. Below daha, without admitting it, the nixat, without admitting it partially, mechayev, he would be chayev.
Oh, so okay, so I think I'm getting a little bit more over here. We have two opinions over here. We'll leave out the names for a second. One opinion says, and we got one pasuk, and we have to look up to see where that pasuk is and appreciate what Rashi's saying. So this pasuk is a pasuk in Shmos, Chaf Beis, Ches, says Asher Yomar Ki Hu Zeh Ad Elohim Yavod Bar Shnehem. That pasuk is the pasuk that both of the opinions agree is telling me that we got a case where the defendant is moded in part and he's denying he's a kofar in parts to the claim of the claimants. And the way we understand the pasuk is it's telling me that this case of moded mixes, that's the case which is chayav shvua. Now the machlokes between the two opinions is where are we going to apply this din that it says in the pasuk ki hu zeh that moded mixes is the case where you're going to make a shvua, but not in a case where he's a complete kofar makol. No, then he won't make the shvua. So one opinion says, yeah, you make it this din applies in case pikadon, and the other opinion says no, the din applies in the case of milva. So what Rashi is pointing out over here is that the second opinion, which says it's talking about milva, he's the one who says erev parshas kasub kan. So and accordingly, if you say erev parshas kasub kan, so then this pasuk of ki hu zeh is going to be referring to the case of of a milva, of a loan, and not to a case of pikadon. So Rashi explained over here, Erev Parshas, Pasik shehu mi parsha acheres, this Arav bazu, she'enu makomo. That's the whole idea of Erev Parshas. This pasuk of Ki Uzeh is from a parsha acheres. It really is from a different parsha, and according to this second opinion, this Arav bazu, it's going to be mixed in over here in this parsha, she'enu makomo, which is not its place, meaning it's not the place that it appears in the Chumash. The high Ki Uzeh, this pasuk of Ki Uzeh, being kesed talva, havlei l'michtabei. Because according to this second opinion, that says that the moda mixes is in case of a loan, so therefore it really should have been written in that place when it says in kesed talva. If you're going to loan money, you're going to make a loan of money. Havlei l'michtabei there, which should have been written. Dehasam koi, because over there, that's where we're establishing its application. De'ilu b'hak parshasa the pikadon, because in regard to the parsha of pikadon, below the mixes machayev. This second view holds that even without a motive mixes, there's going to be a fee of shvua for the defendant to swear against the claim of the claimants. So I would, according to this Rashi, it would seem to be that in truth, this pasuk of Ki Uzeh is talking in the parsha of Pikadon. And so therefore it's easy to understand the first opinion, which says that's where we say that this rule of Ki Uzeh, moda mixes is chayav b'shua, will apply. But according to the second opinion, he says no, it applies in the case of milva. So he has to say this pasuk, which is in the parsha of Pikadon, really its application is in the parsha of milva, of loan, and so that's called Erev Parshas. There is such a thing that the Torah does. So this second Madam is saying that's the situation over here. So. Does anybody have a Shmos handy?
I do.
Take a look at Shmos Chaf Beis, chapter 22.
It says, for any sinful word, for an ox, for a donkey, for a sheep, for a garment, for any lost item about which he will say that this is it. It is this. To the judges shall come both their claims. Whomever the court finds guilty shall pay 2 to his fellow.
Well, it sounds, according to what you're saying, that it was talking about a case of a lost item.
The previous pasuk says, if the thief will not be found, then the householder shall approach the judges with the claim that he had not laid his hand upon his fellow's property.
Okay.
And then the next thing is for any sinful word, blah, blah, blah. So it seems like it's a case of a actually, look at verse 6. It says, when a man will give money or vessels to his fellow to safeguard, and if stolen from the house of the man, if the thief will be found, he will pay 2. If the thief will not be found, then the householder shall approach the judges with the claim that he had not laid his hand upon his fellow's property for any sinful word, etc. So it looks like it's a deposit.
Right. Yeah, it's just that this pasuk Ches really it's pasuk Ches, verse 8. That's the verse that contains these words ki huzeh. That's the source for this din of making a shvua only when it's a mode of mixes. It mentions kol davar pesha, al shor oseh more, al salma, al kol abeda. Also, maybe this is a more inclusive. This pasuk is including more things in addition to a case of pikadon. It's saying a kol davar pesha and also on aveda, but it doesn't mean to exclude the what we're talking about in verse 6 pasuk Vav, which clearly was talking about a case of pikadon. So,
well, there's a Rashi on verse 8 on the phrase Yishalem Shnayim L'Re'ehu. He shall pay two to his fellow. The verse teaches you that one who makes a claim about an article entrusted to his care, saying that it was stolen from him, and it was subsequently found that he had himself stolen it, must pay double.
Yeah, so Rashi's going with the first opinion over here, that the pasuk is referring to the case of pikadon.
Right.
Okay, so that's the story over here. The second opinion says that the ki huzeh is referring to a case of milva, because he says that we have an instance over here of erev parshios, which means to say that this parsha, which concludes this phrase of ki huzeh, it's gonna be mixed in with the parsha of milva. A milva hudiksiv. It's not really written by milva, but in the according to his view, with the help of erev parshios, we're gonna mix it in over there, as though it's written over there. So therefore, it's coming to tell me that in the case of a loan, if he's a motive mixus, he'll have to swear. But in the case of pikadon, he would say that he has to swear whether he's a motive mixus or whether he's a kofar hakol. He's got to swear. He's got to swear either way. Okay. So now we got the background, and now the Gemora asks Maishna Milva. Oh, so did we read the Rashi Maishna Milva?
No, we don't read that. What is different about the loan, the ikran, that its fundamental part, likra, is of the pasuk, is the meduchti is by itself,
from its place, in the parsha of Pikadon.
In Mokimin lay Allah, and its place is where it goes on.
And you want to place it, Allah, on it, into the parsha of loans. Why? In other words, Gemora is asking, Maishna Milva, why is Milva? What's different about Milva? What's special about Milva that you want to do this device of erev parshios? Because what it involves is akrin and lakra miduchte, that you're really uprooting the application of this pasuk from the place that it appears in the Torah, and mukmin le Allah, and you're establishing it in the parsha of Milva. You got to have a reason. You got to have a significant reason why you want to do erev parshios, asks the Gemara. So what's that reason? Okay. So now let's go into the Gemora. Rava. Gemora is going to answer. I'll tell you why. What's special about Milva that we want to do Erev Parshas over here? And let's go to Lou to read.
Okay. Where exactly am I reading?
Rava.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
It's
9 lines down on the left-hand side of 107A.
Gemara Rava. Rava said, Mipnei ma amra Torah modeh b'miktsas hat ta'ana yishava. Okay, so why, or for what reason, did it say? Did the Torah say partial admission of a claim requires an oath? Chazaka ein adam mein panav bifnei bal chovo. It's a presumption that a person is not brazen faced in front of the Baal Chovo, in front of the person that he owes it to, the creditor. V'hai b'chulei boe de nichperei. But this one, he wants to deny it entirely. The high delo kafri, and this that he didn't deny. In other words, the reason that he didn't deny it entirely, mishum de'ein adam may is panav, is because a person cannot be brazen. This would not be so brazen as to deny it completely. Uvechule bo'e de lode lay. And everyone needs to deny it entirely. He would. I'm sorry. He would want to admit. He would want to admit it entirely, because he's embarrassed. He would be embarrassed to lie. The high de chafer lay b'miktsas, and the reason that he denies part of it, savar I modina lay b'kule tava li b'kule, that he thinks, if I admit entirely, then he's going to say, give it to me entirely.
Cool.
Give me the entire amount. Ish to mate li miha hashka. So now I will evade part ad havu li zu ze ufarana until I have money, and then I'll pay. So he's stalling. Hiltach Rama Rachamana Shavua Ilave. Therefore, the merciful one imposed an oath upon him. He hechi delode le v'kule, because or so that he should admit entirely. So
Right.
The Hashem says he's got to swear because Hashem doesn't want him to lie, and even if he has a good intention.
Yeah. So rather than swear falsely, he's going to admit that he, in fact, does owe the whole amount. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so that's what we're saying over here. We're saying that we're talking about a case of a loan, and the Torah says, in the case of Moed Mixus, there's a Torah mandated shvua imposed upon the person who's a Moed Mixus in the case of a loan. And Rabbi was explaining the reasoning why the Torah imposed this shvua. The imposition of the shvua is to get him to pay the full amount without, and we don't want him to swear. We assume he's not going to swear, and we assume that he's going to refrain from swearing, and it'll just force him to pay the full amount. Okay, and as you say, to stop with this untruthful claim that he only owes half the amount. Okay, so without further ado, let's take a look at Rashi and see what more we can understand about what Rabbi is saying over here. Because Rabbi, the Amar Rabbi.
Rabbi says, Ein Adam me'is panav. A man is not so brazen and wouldn't dare to show his face panav bifnei zeh, in front of this other one. She'oso lo tova, that he will do for him a good that he will do good for him. Therefore, hechi here. The chaper hakol, if he tried to deny all of it, he would be pata meshvua, for making a shvua. The ilav, if not so, kushta bahadya, there'd be a question on this. Lo havi, let's say you wouldn't be able to find lemechaper to divide. Mitzat, if he part of it, the kulam with all of it, but he need the machfriya to deny. Bahad lo kafrei, and here that he didn't deny mishum the ein adam meis, a man wouldn't be so.
Okay, so Rashi's explaining really there's really four possibilities over here. There's really four possibilities. What happened? Which come out to two. The two things that this guy could say is he could either deny it completely, or say, I don't owe you anything. I paid you back, or I never borrowed it from you to begin with. That's one thing he could say. The second thing he could say is that I owe you part of it. The other part I don't owe you. Those are the two things that he could say. Those are the two possibilities that he could time. And now we're trying to figure out, well, it could be that that these two things that he could possibly say are true, that he's claiming, or it could be that the two things that he's saying are false. They're a lie. So how does the Torah look at it? So this is what Rabbi is explaining to us. And the first thing that Rashi is explaining is Ein Adam Meis Panav B'fnei Zeh She'oslo Toiva. There's a klal over here that Rabbi says. There's a chazaka even. It's a chazaka. There's a chazaka we have, which means we have a legal presumption about this fellow, this person who's the defendant, that he's not going to be so impudent as to look this guy in the face, who's the claimant, and if he in fact did borrow $5,000 from him, he's not going to be able to say to him, I didn't borrow anything from you. He won't be able to say that. The guy did him a toiva, he loaned him $5,000. He's not going to say that. That's a presumption. That's a chazaka. So right off the bat, one of the four possibilities that we have to judge on over here is removed based upon the chazaka. Okay. Now, step 2 says Rashi, Hilkach. Therefore, heicha de kafar hakol pater mishmua the lab kushte bahadei lo havi motzle mitbobe. So therefore, if this guy is going to actually make such a claim, he's going to say, $5,000 I borrowed from you. You got to be kidding. If that's what he says, then we believe him. We believe him, meaning we don't case. It must be that it's true what he's saying. He wouldn't say that. He wouldn't have the chutzpah to say such a thing to the guy that actually loaned him $5,000. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so if he does make that claim, so now we're saying that there's no shvua in that case. Okay, so now we go to the issue of moda mixes. Now we go to the case of moda mixes. Hey, the moda mixes. So now if the guy says, well, I'll agree this much. I owe you $2,500, but the other $2,500, I don't owe you. That's his claim. That's what the guy says. So how do we look at that? Hey, the moda mixes, but kula boy the michbere. Really, he would like to, if he could, get the gall to do so. If he doesn't have it though, he would really like to deny the whole amount. Okay, why we need to say that, I'm not sure exactly. Let's keep going. And this that he doesn't totally deny it in full and say, I don't owe you a cent. That's because of the cloud. That's because of the chazaka. Mishum de'eino the maze. Okay. So if so, then really what we're so that's all that Rashi said over here. over here. So that leaves us a bit in the dark. Rabba said, in regard to this guy who makes a moda mixus, Rabba himself said that that really, in other words, why is he saying what he's saying? That's the point. This is why Rashi said he would like to deny the whole thing, because when he says this and he owes half of it, we suspect over here that he's not telling the truth. We suspect that really he owes the whole thing. He owes the whole thing. That's what we suspect.
It's late now. It's later. We're gonna have to pick up tomorrow.
Oh, sorry. Okay. 11:34. Okay.
Well,
All the best.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Everybody have a great day.
See you tomorrow, Mitzvah Hashem.
It's Hashem. Yom HaMashiach. Have a good